2018 Jeep Wrangler JK. 2018 Jeep Wrangler JK review. It's the earlier model, though the 2018 Wrangler JK is vastly capable and lots of fun off-road. 3.5-star overall score. You will often have heard there is a new Wrangler for 2018. This just isn't it. The Wrangler JK, the JK part means Jeep's term for this Wrangler generation, carries over through the previous year unchanged. But it should attract the Jeep purists who lust after the existing Wrangler in all of its authentic and impractical glory. Ignoring greater modern and redesigned 2018 Jeep Wrangler, the Wrangler JK creates a good case for itself for an entertaining off-road vehicle. It's more capable than any SUV, and its particular relatively low cost is hard to overpower. It has, however, sacrificed modernity along the route. The Wrangler JK isn't very comfortable, its safety scores are worryingly low, and a lot modern tech that may be standard on other cars isn't positioned on the Wrangler JK. You'll likely be serious about the 2018 Wrangler JK for anyone who is dissatisfied while using new Wrangler design, or if you value off-road capability more than anything else and you're happy to sacrifice creature comforts for the price discount. What's new? The 2018 Wrangler JK is basically a carryover in the previous year's model. The regular 2018 Wrangler has become fully redesigned. The amount of customization about the Wrangler JK is pretty dizzying initially, but once you go through the details there are a number of trim levels to install a variety of lifestyles. For a balance of off-road capability and city drivability, the Camp Wrangler JK sport with one of their many specialty packages. The Willys Wheeler, by way of example, adds to the Camp sport with items like off-road focused tires and off-road rock rails. The mid-range Willys can be a decent middle ground prior to deciding to hit the all-conquering Rubicon. Trim levels and features. The 2018 Jeep Wrangler JK can be an off-road focused SUV obtainable in a pair of body styles, the 2-door, 4-passenger Wrangler as well as the 4-door, 5-passenger Wrangler Unlimited. Each is for sale in 3 core trim levels, Sport, Sahara and Rubicon. A vinyl convertible roof is standard on both, along with a hardtop with easily removable front panels above is obtainable. All Wrangler JKs are powered by way of a 3.6-litre V6 engine, 285 horsepower and 260 pound-feet of torque, accessible with 4-wheel drive as standard. A 6-speed manual transmission is standard, as well as a 5-speed automatic is optional. Over a few work trucks on the market, it won't get a lot more basic than the bed-space Wrangler Sport trim level. The 2-door Sport includes 16-inch steel wheels, on- and off-road tires, a full-size abdominal fat, skid plates, tow hooks, fog lights, removable doors, a fold-down windshield, manual mirrors and locks, full metal doors with manually operated windows, cruise control, a height-adjustable driver's seat, cloth upholstery, a tilt-only controls, a one-piece folding, tumble-forward back seat, with an 8-speaker head unit with a CD player with an auxiliary audio jack. The Unlimited, 4-door, version turns into a bigger gas tank, air conditioning plus a 60/40 split folding, tumble-forward rear seat as standard. The Power Convenience Group adds power windows and locks, keyless entry, heated power exterior mirrors, an alarm as well as an auto-dimming rearview mirror. The Cold Weather package adds the Power Convenience Group's equipment plus remote start and heated seats. Also available to the Sport are 17-inch alloy wheels, air cooling, for your 2-door, plus a leather-wrapped tire. The Sahara adds the Power Convenience Group items, 18-inch alloy wheels, automatic LED headlights, LED fog lights, additional painted exterior body panels and trim, hood insulation for reduced noise, aircon, a leather-wrapped tire and satellite radio. The Sahara Unlimited differs simply with tubular side steps and grab handles for rear passengers. The Rubicon Wrangler leads the pack that has a host of off-road goodies. It starts together with the basic sport equipment and adds 17-inch alloy wheels, special tires, a heavy-duty Dana 44 front axle, matching the standard spec Dana 44 rear axle, shorter 4.10 axle gearing, standard with all the manual transmission, optional while using automatic, an extra low crawl ratio, electronic front and back locking differentials, an electronically disconnecting front anti-roll bar, rock rails, automatic LED headlamps along with the underhood insulation. Inside, you obtain standard air cooling plus the leather-wrapped leader and shift knob, a 115-volt outlet and satellite radio. The above-mentioned power convenience group can be an optional extra about the two-door Rubicon, yet it's standard within the Rubicon Unlimited. Even although you can only obtain the 4.10 gearing having a Rubicon, the Sport plus the Sahara meet the criteria for an upgrade to some 3.73 ratio, which gets you much from the way there. The standard ratio is usually a modest 3.21. Also optional about the Sport plus the Sahara is usually a limited slip rear differential, and also the Sport as well as the Rubicon might be equipped with half doors that are included with plastic side windows and manual locks. Optional on every Wrangler is really a 9-speaker Alpine sound system along with the connectivity group, which adds a tire pressure monitor display, a leather-wrapped tire, Bluetooth phone connectivity, an outing computer, plus an upgraded version from the Uconnect touchscreen containing a USB port, media player interface and navigation. All trims may also be available having a higher quality soft top and also a black or even a body-colored hard top. On surface of all the optional equipment to go through, there are numerous special edition packages, Willys Wheeler, Golden Eagle, Freedom Edition, Altitude, etc., offering items for example the limited slip rear differential, various wheel and exterior trim choices, unique badging, privacy glass, mud terrain tires, rock rails, varying crawl ratios and specialized seat embroidery. Even before you decide to include the vast suite of obtainable aftermarket parts inside the equation, the Wrangler is one of the most customizable vehicles about the road today. Trim tested. Each vehicle typically is available in multiple versions which might be fundamentally similar. The S within this review depend on our full test in the 2016 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited, 3.6 liters V6, 5-speed automatic, 4WD. Note, since this test was conducted, the latest Jeep Wrangler may be completely redesigned and is particularly now termed as the Jeep Wrangler JL. This test, however, identifies the Jeep Wrangler JK, which remains to be on sale to be a new model but is actually the same as the 2017 model. As a result, our findings remain applicable towards the 2018 Jeep Wrangler JK. Driving. This can be a tricky one. Most Wranglers are optimized for off-road performance. Highway civility is secondary, so it is a below-average performer within the pavement. But when the path ends, there isn't no other production SUV that could keep up. And somehow its weakness is a portion of its charm. Acceleration. Acceleration from 0 to 60 miles per hour took 6.9 seconds with the 2-door and 8.1 seconds for your 4-door, which results in sufficient ability to merge on the freeway without fear. The 3.6-liter V6 builds rev slowly but deliberately due on the inertial mass of that big tires. Braking. The pedal stroke is long and progressive. This is excellent for low-speed maneuvers off-road as well as simple to modulate about the road. The 4-door stopped in 123 feet from 60 miles per hour, and also the 2-door needed 133 feet, a leading example of an all-season versus an off-road tire. Steering. The steering is direct but requires attention for the reason that shorter wheelbase 2-door moves around and slight but frequent adjustments. The 4-door is much more relaxed, but a pocky ratio creates busy face-to-face tight mountain roads without any real straight-ahead feel. Handling. Off-road and big all-season tires offer little lateral grip, along with the soft suspension produces lots of body roll. On the street, where it is going to spend probably the most time, this Jeep isn't ballerina. In the unpaved expanses, the tires and suspension work wonders. Drivability. The 6-speed manual is pretty easy to shift, and there is a rollback feature for steep hills. but the gear lever is long and has a tendency to shake on rough roads, as well as the throw on the clutch pedal is long. The automatic, in contrast, performs well, shifts smoothly and supplies easy drivability. Off-road. The Wrangler is one in the most capable stock vehicles available. Maybe it's a two-door Rubicon, with upgrades like 4.10 axle ratios, locking differentials, rock rails and suspension upgrades, or perhaps a more family-friendly four-door Unlimited model, which continues to be more capable than every other SUV. Comfort. Let's admit it, comfort isn't what the Wrangler is about. It's okay in comparison with some trucks, and it is more refined versus the previous generation Wrangler. But when compared with most other SUVs, it can be louder, rides busier, includes a smaller interior, and has now less comfortable seats. Seat comfort. Both 2- and 4-door models offer identical front seat space. The seatbacks certainly are a little upright, and taller folks will discover the bottom seat cushions short. The 4-door rear seats are unusually upright, and rear space from the 2-door is designed for children and adults that you do not like. Ride comfort. A relatively soft suspension doesn't invariably equate to some soft ride. The Wrangler's solid axle front and back suspension is fantastic off-road, but this Jeep may be busy and bouncy around the pavement. The large tires, however, help absorb harsh impacts. Noise and vibration. The soft-top Wrangler is quieter than any before it, which doesn't say much. Noise is ever present, whether it's from tires, wind or fellow motorists. Both radio and conversation need a high volume. Get the optional hardtop or perhaps the upgraded audio if your noise will bother you. Climate control. The climate control works well at both air conditioning, and once set to max, the fan doesn't sound as in case you are in a wind tunnel. The optional seat heaters get warm quickly, and now we didn't experience any hot spots. Air conditioning, however, is optional. Interior. A compact cabin puts all controls comfortably within reach from the driver. But these proportions can also be a disadvantage. Footwell space and headroom are limited. The tall stance hampers accessibility. Lockable storage using the top down is minimal, but visibility is usually excellent. Ease of usage. A smaller cabin have their advantages, including that everything is simple to reach. The controls are really simple to work, as well as the instrumentation has each of the information you would like and nothing you do not. This can be a straightforward machine with few surprises. Getting in, getting out. 2 feet of step in height can be a tall order, even for 6-footers. The removable doors are lightweight and open wide but have limiter straps rather than detents, so you have to become careful when they swing freely. For 2-door models, the anti-roll bar hampers backseat access. Driving position. With a cabin that's so upright, it isn't really too difficult to get a seating position that actually works. However, the steering column doesn't telescope, and also the seats have just the essential manual adjustments. Roominess. There's an abundance of space for those of all styles and sizes up front, however the seating position is upright with little surplus footwell room for tall folks to stretch their legs. The 4-door model gains rear passengers a few inches of much-needed legroom. Visibility. The high seating position, a boxy greenhouse and big windows make for any good 360-degree visibility, whilst the anti-roll bar and abdominal fat are in just how a bit. You can roll on the top or continue for shade and zip away from the rear and side windows. Quality. Our test vehicles exhibited no detectable construction issues of note. The panel gaps and paint quality were as much as snuff. It's hard to on-site visit any squeaks or idles as construction issues since the Wrangler is mostly noisy on a great day. Utility. Stuck between compact and mid-size SUV segments, the Wrangler is usually a hard vehicle to set. Since its closest off-road competition sits a class size up, the Wrangler falls a tad behind within the utility category. A lack of cargo space and towing capacity will be the main shortfalls. Small item storage. Not lots of storage options. There's a small, lockable center console. Even smaller could be the glove box, which struggles to support the owner's manual. A couple of cup holders at the start and in back and elastic webbing for door pockets round against each other. Cargo space. You'll find 12.8, 2-door, or 31.5, 4-door, cubic feet of storage behind your second row, as well as the rear seat either is released, 2-door, or folds forward while spring-loaded headrests cleverly retract. The SUVs that make best together with the Wrangler offer more space. Child safety seat accommodation. There are 2 pairs of latch anchors and a couple overhead tethers. The anchors about the right behind leading passenger certainly are a little difficult to access, they're buried between your seat bottom along with the backrest. Those within the driver's side will be more exposed and much easier to get to. Towing. With a maximum tow capacity of 3,500 pounds, the Wrangler isn't intended for pulling heavy loads. Slightly larger but less off-road capable competitors will give you higher limits. Technology. There's nothing technologically advanced within the Wrangler so far as electronics are worried. The infotainment product is about as common as it gets. The USB phone connection was often spotty. No driving aids, like blind spot monitoring or perhaps a rear-view camera, are available. Audio and navigation. The 9-speaker premium Alpine stereo audio produces great sound, however the navigation interface looks almost like it's more over a decade old. It's more likely to become useful to locate your general location off-road PC ever will likely be navigating city streets. Smartphone integration. The Bluetooth phone connection works because it should, and yes, it streams music and places calls. We experienced frequent issues together with the USB connection damaged or not playing back correctly. It feels as though a last generation system because it can be. Voice control. The voice control system executes commands when it comes to phone and radio selection, however, there is no navigation function. Bluetooth pairing through voice prompts is effective and might be done around the move. Long-term road test. To read more about the Jeep Wrangler of the Generation JK, watch our updates at a full year of living having a 2012 Jeep Wrangler. We cover from seat comfort to real-world fuel economy. Please note how the 2018 Jeep Wrangler JK differs from our long-term Wrangler because it has updated headlights, new seats, premium speakers, plus some additional interior comfort-related options. It's the same generation, though, so the majority of our observations still apply.